and possible future men. Everyone's welcome here. So today we are focusing on yoga for helping to balance the hormones and in particular the endocrine system. So the endocrine system is a system which it's made up of glands which release hormones. So it's made up of the reproductive organs, the pancreas, the adrenal glands, thymus or the thyroid glands, and the pituitary and pineal and hypothalamus. So yeah, basically these things and the adrenal glands in particular, if they're not functioning optimally, so if we're experiencing stress, then they're releasing cortisol, the stress hormone, which I think a lot of people, this has kind of come to the surface a lot more, the importance of rest and digest and of practices that take us into rest and digest and the parasympathetic nervous system. So yes, we'll be focusing on bring balance and allowing our system to kind of relax so that everything can just function at a kind of in a more harmonious way that is conducive to our being. Okay, so we're going to start. Oh yeah, you'll need 2 blocks and maybe a cushion, maybe a folded up blanket, but definitely the 2 blocks. And at this stage, you probably have blocks if you're kind of into your yoga practice. I'd recommend investing. They're not expensive, but if you don't have blocks, that's no problem. Just use a couple of rolled up blankets or something that's going to resemble and do the same job as a block. So to start, we're going to come to sit in a nice comfortable cross-legged position. So I'm going to sit up onto the block. Just allows the knees to kind of come in line or lower than the hips. We'll just take a moment to settle. Close down the eyes and start to feel that length in the spine. Feel that length running all the way up the back of the neck. And feeling yourself settle now, you might feel a kind of relaxing energy moving through the body. You might feel that grounding, downward moving energy of the Apana Vayu. Just focusing on your breath, coming in and going back out. And don't try to change your breath, just allow it to be. Notice the quality of your breath today. And so the adrenal glands are located just above the kidneys. And I find it interesting that the kidneys are directly linked to the reproductive organs. And I myself have recently tuned into an imbalance in my own hormones, and something that helped me to bring my period back was music and singing and allowing myself to enter that kind of flow state, and that would stimulate the kidneys, and water would be the element of the kidneys, and it's just all directly linked and connected, and it's just very interesting when you tune into one thing and then it allows you to see maybe a bigger picture. So anyways, fun fact, the adrenals contribute to approximately 35% of premenopausal female hormones and almost 50% of postmenopausal. So they play a huge part. So learning to observe really the state of your nervous system and your energy body, and those, what hormones are present in your body right now, and then learning to come back to that rest and digest, and maybe to develop that awareness that allows you to notice when you've been flung into that fight or flight, or maybe even freeze, and then bring it back to that rest and digest. So there's another little thing for you to be aware of, just to tune into. So one thing that is really recommended, I think I mentioned it last week, in like Ayurveda and anything to do with balancing the hormones and the hormones really, is your alternate nostril breathing. So we all know this one already. I'm not going to instruct it. You can just relax, take a few rounds to yourself, and I'll let you know when we're coming to the end. So make sure you're breathing slowly into your belly. We're not in any hurry, with nowhere to go and nothing to do, so just allow yourself to be here and now. Allow your body to rest. So releasing tension in the jaw, the shoulders. And when you're ready, you can start. If you'd like to bring in a visualization, you can imagine the breath moving up one nostril, reaching just above the eyebrow center, and then coming down and out through the other nostril. Just keep repeating that visualization. If it works for you, you could even visualize the breath as like smoke moving up and down, or as like a gold light. And this breath will be balancing the left and right hemisphere of the brain. It'll be bringing some lovely energy to the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. Just for your last few breaths, see if you can try to elongate the exhale. Finish up the round you're on, and then place both hands down onto your knees or into your lap. And take a few breaths through both nostrils now, and just feel that balance, that ease. And when you're ready, gently blink open the eyes. Okay, great. Walk your fingertips out to the side now. So chest lifts, shoulders down and back. You can just lightly draw the shoulder blades together. And as you find that engagement in the upper back body, try not to dump into the front body. So we're opening the chest, yes, we're lifting the chest, but we're keeping that engagement. So gently lifting the pelvic floor muscles and gently engaging the muscles in your belly and gently drawing the ribs down. Chin slightly tucked. And then drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Pause here for a moment. Keep your breath moving. And maybe take the gaze down and then up and down and up, and just figure out what feels good for you. Rolling chin across chest onto the other side. Drop the left ear down. Keep pressing the shoulders down and back, chest lifted. If it feels good, taking some more movement. And back to center. Good, so keep that engagement there, lifting the nose towards the ceiling. And you're still really lifting up from your seat. You're feeling that lift all the way up the back. Relax it down the center. Okay, take the hands out in front. Just take a few circles with the wrists. Okay, and then fingertips back down. We'll inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, take it over. And float that hand back down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, take it over. Keep pressing that right sitting bone down, so really rooting down into your seat. And back down. Okay, we're going to come sit in Virasana, so you can swing the legs behind. You can stay seated on your block if you like. Knees wide around the tops of your feet. Take a moment to settle here. So finding a nice sturdy, solid foundation. So from your pelvis, lifting up so that the spine is long, front body engaged, shoulders stacked over the hips, head stacked over the heart. Allow everything to soften, elbows soften, shoulders and jaw soften. Okay, so wiggle the fingers back behind and then clasping your hands, so one thumb over the other, and opening the chest, so kind of like Shalavasana, locust pose. We're just using the upper body, so engagement in the front body, really opening the chest, lifting the chest up. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side, one elbow over the other, and give yourself a nice hug round through the spine. Chin to chest, and then lifting the chest up and exhale to round, and two more like that. Back to center. Take the arms behind, hands behind. This time cross the other thumb on top, so opposite. And again, we'll open the chest. Really, maybe try to take the palms together. Forearms and shoulder blades draw towards each other. And again, give yourself a hug. This time the opposite elbow comes in front or on top, round through. Inhale to open, lift the heart, lift the chin. And two more like that. And back to center. Okay, great. So release and we'll come into child's pose. You can use your block to place under the head if you like, or you don't have to use a block at all. So I'll just take this one pretty gentle. Knees can be hip distance or maybe shoulder distance apart. Allow yourself to fall forward. Maybe take the palms to face up or whatever feels good for you. Allow the head to come right down. And take some time to rest here. And feel the weight moving back into the hips. Allow the whole body to be heavy. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Really allowing yourself to drop into this space of deep rest. Okay, and slowly, you can bring yourself up to all fours. Place your block to one side for the moment. And then just walk the knees back slightly, tuck the toes under, and start to rock back and forth. And if it feels good to bring some movement into the spine as you do that, maybe take some circles. And do that. Okay. And if you need to take a moment to warm the wrists up a little bit more here, then you go ahead and take whatever movements feel good for you. And when you're ready, we'll find our way up to a nice down dog. So take a moment to settle here, pressing down into the fingers, into your palms, pressing the mat away, externally rotating the shoulders, pressing your chest back towards your thighs. And slowly begin to walk it out. Really slowly. Maybe close your eyes and really feel into it. And now come to stillness. So feel free here to keep a nice bend in the knees, tailbone lifted. And you can bring your belly towards your thighs, but still keep that engagement. So belly button drawn towards the spine. And then drop the knees down nice and slow. You can swing your legs to one side and come to sit back. Extend your legs out in front. And so you'll need your blocks now. And we're going to come into a nice supported forward fold, a seated forward fold. So I'm going to take one block and place it down like this, and maybe one on top. You want to be able to rest, like let everything go. So if you need to place the two blocks up like this. That's totally fine. You might want to angle it in towards your body. Find what works for you. Okay, so when you've found your nice stack, you can just inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, allow yourself to drape forward. Maybe take the palms facing up. Relax the legs. Oh, and take a few deep breaths here. And for this practice, if breathing out through the mouth, releasing the jaw and really exhaling through the mouth, if that feels better, then go for that in this practice. You can take 3 more relaxing breaths here. You might feel the back body releasing. You might feel a nice sensation in your back, letting go, releasing. Okay, so gently come up, place your blocks to one side for the moment, and then take your left leg in, and if you like, you can cross it over. So the foot is planted onto the mat, just to the outside of your knee. From here, take the right arm around, gentle twist to the left. So from your pelvis, from your hips, you're lifting up. Back of the neck is long, chest open, and you're just gently turning towards the left. Breathe into your belly now. Okay, lovely. Come back to center. And now twist to the right. Take your right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. And then exhale. Maybe take the left hand down to the mat. Relax your head. So we're gently just turning the torso to the right now. And you might feel a compression in your belly. And that's okay. Breathe into it. It should feel nice on your back as well. If it ever feels too strongly, just ease off. Find what feels good for you. Okay, gently coming back up. So if you have your blocks nearby, you might need them now. We're going to come into Gomukhtasana legs. So that right leg, the right foot can come to the outside of your left hip now. See how that goes. Try to keep your seat rooting down, and then you might take the left foot to the outside of your right hip, and there might be a big gap here, and it might feel really strange. So if you need to place a block under your bottom knee, and then place a block between your both of your legs here. and that might feel a little bit nicer. So find what you need for your body today. And then take the hands to rest on the insteps of your feet. And then feel the hips and your seat heavy. And bringing in a lift from the seat into the belly and up into the chest. Maybe draping yourself forward. So you might be able to relax your torso, your chest and your belly down over the legs. And if that doesn't feel too nice, maybe slot a blanket in here. See what feels good for you. This can be really nice to just allow everything to release and feel that heaviness. And let go of any tension in the face. You might feel that really strongly in the outsides of your hips. So we'll gently lift back up and slowly help yourself now to extend your legs out in front, maybe give them a wiggle. And then we'll gently come into another forward fold. This time maybe you might have a little bit more space, so you might just lessen the lift. Inhale to lengthen the space between the tailbone and the crown of the head, and then exhale to move into that space, release. Take 3 more nice breaths here. It can be nice here too, I should have mentioned that before, and to place a rolled up blanket under the knees. So feel free to pause the video and do that, or you could go back. Okay, and coming back up, we'll come into our twist on the other side. So right foot comes in, maybe take it over. Make sure the foot is planted firmly down into the mat. And left leg can be engaged, wrapping the left arm around and gentle twist to the right now. Breathing into your belly. Soften the gaze. Now we'll take it back to center. And now taking the left foot to the outside of your right hip. And taking the right foot to the outside of your left hip. Taking whatever props you need to take now and to support your body. Ideally, you'll bring the feet in line with each other and the knees in line with each other. I know that might not be possible, and that's fine, but just to keep that in mind. And then you can take the hands, place them down onto the feet. Find your steadiness here, find that length. And when it feels good for you, you can take a big breath in to lengthen. And exhale, draping forward, and relaxing the body weight down over the legs. And if you find you're kind of holding, or you're, clenching, or you can't actually relax into the posture, then it's not really doing you any good. So don't be afraid to take those actions to make it more comfortable for yourself. Even if that means not coming so deeply into the posture, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So take 2 more nice breaths here. Filling your belly with air. And then gently coming back up. Help yourself now to release the legs. Maybe give them a shake out. Maybe come to the lower back and to that space of the kidneys and the adrenals. And then just placing the palms onto the lower middle back. Sending some warmth in there. Okay, brilliant. And then from there, so we're going to come into fire log pose. Make sure you have your blocks on your blankets nearby for this one. We won't stay in it for too long. So you can bring your left, firstly take the legs wide, and then take the left leg in so that the knee is working down towards your mat and the ankle is in line with the knee. So if you find that you're kind of up here more so, you can place a block down, and just to have that support there is nice. And then from there, placing the right ankle on top of that left knee. And so we're aiming to have the joints stacked here. So knee directly over the ankle, ankle directly over the knee. You might feel this in the outer hips straight away. So take your props, do whatever you have to do to make it comfortable for yourself. If you want to sit up on a folded blanket here, that might be useful as well. This is a really yummy posture. I actually really love this one because you can really feel it. But again, they'll look different for everyone. So really use your supports, find your edge, and we'll aim to hold there. Tune into your breath. And you can stay upright, or maybe you can come into a twist with me. So turning to your right, and then you can really take the elbow, so the left elbow, to the outside of your right leg, so towards the knee. And then you can make a light fist with your left hand. Take the right hand, place it on top, and use that to pivot. So the heart moves towards the ceiling, the right shoulder moves back in space. So your belly button draws towards the right. Both sitting bones are firmly planted down. and you're not collapsing here. So really widen and lengthen the space between the collarbones. Take one more breath into your belly. And then gently release. So extend the legs out in front, maybe give them a shake out. Woo. Okay, legs wide. Take the right foot in. So try to work the knee down towards the mat. Ankle comes parallel to the knee. And then taking the left leg on top. Again, joints are working towards being stacked. Really make sure you flex your feet here to help protect the joints, protect your knees. Taking any props that you need to take here. And then you can just work on settling into the posture. Find your stability, find your breath. And then if you're coming into the twist, bring the right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Make a light fist and then place the left hand on top, using that to really work your way around. Keeping your chin slightly tucked, you can take the gaze towards the left elbow or up towards the ceiling on the left side. Again, really important to listen to yourself. So know what feels good and then know what feels like too much as well. And take one more breath here. And then come back to center, release. And give the legs a shake out again. So bring the legs to the front and then we'll lower ourselves back. We're going to take the knees in towards the chest. Hug them in. And then clasping, or not clasping, just taking the hands to the backs of your thighs and drawing the knees down towards your shoulders. And straight away then feel the tailbone lengthen down. So the tailbone grounds down. Back of the neck is long, chin tucked in. Try to keep your shoulders on the mat now. And if it feels good, then if you want to deepen, flex your feet and bring the soles towards the ceiling. And now maybe clasping the outsides of your feet. Again, keep drawing the knees down towards the armpits and the shoulders. Shoulders hug down onto the mat. Breathing into your belly. Releasing any tension in the jaw. And now maybe straighten one leg And then the other. And maybe straighten both legs. Chest opens, shoulders hug down. Great. And then hug it all in. You can lift your head towards the knees. Okay, good work. And then we're going to come into like a waterfall pose, or legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. We're going to use a support if you want to use a chair. So it can be nice to have a rolled up blanket. You can use your sofa, that's nice and soft, or your bed. If you're using a chair, roll up a blanket, pop it up there. And then we're going to put our hips or the sacrum kind of area onto a block or a bolster. If you have a bolster, that's even nicer. I don't have mine here today, but also then for your back, you can place a cushion or a bolster. It can be nice to have a cushion for under your head as well. So placing yourself up onto your supports and just take your time adjusting. And then you can place the legs up onto the support. If you don't have a wall or a chair or anything, you can just come into the regular legs up the wall or waterfall, and just allowing the legs to relax, allowing the blood to flood through the body, nourishing all of your organs and glands. This posture is so restorative. It's just a lovely posture, really beneficial, and I find you can feel it working like almost instantly. So allow yourself to relax fully here. Take a few more deep breaths into your belly and feel that sense of groundedness and ease and that peaceful energy moving through your body. Sending lots of love to all your muscles, all your organs and tissues, to all of the systems in the body, to your blood, to your bones. Allowing the body to rest and digest. So if you're really comfortable here in this posture, stay here. Maybe pop a blanket over you or pop on some extra layers. If you would prefer to then come down into Shavasana now, lying flat on your back, and use your props in Shavasana as well. So pop a bolster under your knees, or if you want to come into more of a chest opener, you can pop something under your back. And we'll just stay for a few minutes here. So again, remind yourself that you are safe here. There is nothing to worry about, nothing to do. So taking these extra few moments now at the end of class to integrate everything that we've done. And taking this time to allow yourself to be, gently take your awareness to the sounds around you. Noticing the sounds outside of your space. And then noticing the sounds closer, maybe sounds in the room. And take it closer again. Maybe notice the sound of your own breath or sounds within your body. Or maybe it's not even a sound. Maybe you're just feeling into your body. And now letting that go. Feeling the space between your body and your mat. The whole body is heavy and relaxed. Now bring your attention to the crown of your head. So much of the time there are thoughts taking up space in our beautiful minds. So just for now, see if you can just rest in the awareness that you are, just resting in awareness. And if you do have thoughts, that's okay, you're human. But just allow them to float by. Practicing a nice gentle detachment. So from the crown of your head, bring your awareness to the third eye. honoring that intuitive part of who you are. And releasing any fogginess. Knowing that any fogginess that you experience in your world, in your life, it's just, it can be an imbalance. It can be from tiredness, fatigue, it can be because of a whole load of things really. But it's not you, it's not who you truly are. So honoring the clarity and the intuition of your true self. Allowing all the muscles around your eyes to release and relax. Allow the eyes to soften in the sockets. And coming down to the jaw, allow the jaw to relax and release. And allow all the muscles inside your mouth and your throat, and allow your tongue to relax. Coming down to the shoulders. Down your arms, from the shoulders to the elbows to the wrists. Feeling the palms and all of your fingers. Arms and hands heavy and relaxed. Take your awareness to the heart center. Feeling the front of your heart in the chest and the back of your heart. Feeling the chest, the whole upper body relax. Feeling into your belly. And your lower back, allowing this whole space to relax and release. Feeling into your hips, your pelvis, and your reproductive organs. Allowing everything to relax in this area. A lot of the time we hold tension down here without even realizing it. So take a sigh and allow everything to relax. Bringing your awareness from the hips, down your thighs, to the knees, past your lower legs and to the ankles, and on into the feet, tops of the feet and the soles of the feet, and feeling all of your toes, feeling your legs and your feet heavy and relaxed. Feeling the whole back of your body, the full length of your body, relaxing. And the whole front of your body, the whole front of your body relaxing. Feeling your head heavy and relaxed. And taking a big breath in And exhale, release through the mouth, release, and feel the whole body relax. The whole body in deep relaxation, deep rest. And feel free to stay here and rest a while longer. If you're ready to finish the practice, then I invite you to slowly and gently bring some movement into the fingers, the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Take a stretch. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side, maybe take the knees into the chest. Making any noises that feels good for you. Really take your time. When you feel ready, you can bring hands to prayer at the heart. I honor you for showing up for this practice, for tuning in to your own needs, and for caring about yourself, because if we don't care for ourselves, then we can't care for others. So thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Okay, and I can't wait to see you next